All right, we're live, baby. Welcome back, you all, to another episode of the Late Night Show with your host, Dr. Kojo. And we also have a special guest here. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. No. Come. My dog, Zoe. She doesn't want to come up. Does she want to come up? Come on. Come here, Zoe. Come on. Now come here. Come on. There we go. All right. Welcome to another episode of the Late Night Show with your host, Dr. Kojo. We're doing it right this time. And we have a special guest here, Zoe Shiesty. This is my dog, and today's her 6th birthday. So you all go ahead and wish Zoe a happy birthday. This is my sweetheart right here, this mini Australian Shepherd. This is my baby. She is 6 years old today. Go Zoe, go Zoe. Good Zoe. Good Zoe. Good Zoe. She likes when I say that. Good Zoe. Let's go ahead and get situated. Let me know where you all are checking in from tonight as we get started on this topic. We're talking about 5 hidden strengths of AuDHD, autism, and ADHD. And if you look at the title on YouTube and on Facebook, you'll see that it'll say, "Come see me in Chicago." The big Neurodivergent Comedy World Tour is underway. We had 2 amazing shows in Houston, 2 amazing shows in Nashville, Tennessee. And now we are taking the show on the road to New York City, June 11th at Rodney's Comedy Club. Then the following week, we will be in Chicago, Illinois at the Comedy Bar. All right. We're doing 1 show in New York City, but we're doing 2 in Chicago. The first show in Chicago looks like it's about to sell out. So we added a second show in Chicago, Illinois. So if you're in the Chicago area, I would love to see you. I'd love to laugh with you. I love to kick it and have a great night overall. So I just gotta say, we are on this comedy tour and we can't do it without you. We cannot do it without you. So I appreciate all the support, and I will see some of y'all in New York City, and I'll see some of y'all in Chicago. We have more shows after that as well. We have Boston and Springfield, Massachusetts in July. Then August, we have Louisiana, Alabama, and Arkansas. But I'm pushing the New York and Chicago shows heavy right now. So that's what we're doing. Our moderator, Leilani, from New York City is here. Thank you for the birthday wishes for my dog, Zoe. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Louisiana. Yeah, we will have a show in Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I think that's the home of Louisiana State University. I'm not sure. But we will be coming to Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'll get the date here. So let me focus on the live stream, baby. Let me focus on the live stream, baby. When is Baton Rouge, Louisiana? August 14th. It's a Friday. So August 14th, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Then 2 days later, we're in Huntsville, Alabama on the 16th. It's my dog Zoe's birthday. I'm not sure where Lake Charles, Louisiana is at, but this is the Louisiana show that we were able to book. All right, guys. So we're talking about 5 hidden strengths of having autism and ADHD. I came up with a nice little concise list for y'all here on this Friday nighter. I hope everybody's week has been good. The year is almost halfway done. We're in the beginning of June now. It's the 6th month of the year. So I would say that halfway through June would be like the halfway mark of the year. So the year's going by fast. Fast. But we're still having fun here. We're learning, we're laughing, and we're having an awesome time. I see we have people in the live stream from New York. We got some people from Louisiana, specifically on TikTok. We have folks from New Zealand in the house. Shout out to my people who are checking in from overseas. Shout out to my people from overseas. Shout out to my folks in Pennsylvania. Looks like we have some Pennsylvania folks in the live stream as well. So we're doing the damn thing. We're international. We are international. Dallas, Texas in the house. Canada in the house. Wisconsin in the house. Awesome. And Nashville, Tennessee. Jason, what's up? Nashville. Shout out to Nashville, by the way. We had two amazing shows in Nashville, Tennessee. My homecoming was everything that I thought that it would be. So I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And before I continue, it's saying that we're having a hard time streaming to TikTok. TikTok, can y'all still see me? If y'all can still see me on TikTok, let me know. We have love on TikTok from Sweden and Windsor, Connecticut. Awesome. Very exciting. Very exciting. Looks like we're still doing good on TikTok. Can y'all see me fine on TikTok? I can see you. I can see and hear you. It glitched out for a minute, though. Okay. All right. Looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. Awesome. 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 Kansas City in the house. Tighten up. Nashville in the house. I play guitar, and I want to learn how to play piano. Zoe, go there. Go there. Let me focus on this live stream. Go. Good, Zoe. Good, Zoe. Good, Zoe. Good, Zoe. Kels, how are you? How are you, Kels? And I saw a comment on TikTok that I wanted to talk about. But before that, let's see. We have some Chicago in the house. Chicago. Y'all come and see me in Chicago, June 18th at the Comedy Bar. We have two shows, a 7:15 p.m. show and a 9:30 p.m. show. So on a Chicago Thursday night, I'd love to see y'all. Somebody had a comment on TikTok. They said, I just struggle with task initiation, but once I'm going, the superpowers kick in. And that's a pretty accurate description of autism and ADHD. It can be hard to get things going, but once you get going, it can be hard to stop. It can be hard to stop. And the word superpowers is, the use of that word is controversial because some people don't like it when you say that autism and ADHD are superpowers because these are legitimate mental illnesses. So it's a controversial thing to say superpowers. All right. However you want to say it, you know, it's all semantics at the end of the day. Superpowers, hidden strengths. Look, autism and ADHD are not going anywhere. So you got to learn to deal with the brains that you have. You got to learn to embrace it. So if you want to call it a superpower, if you want to call it a gift, if you want to call it a strength, however you want to say it is up to you. But there are some things that we can do pretty well using the brains that we have. All right. Using the brains that we have. So that's why I came up with these 5 things tonight for y'all. These 5 things. Lindsay, how are you? How are you, Lindsay? Jason says, what are you going to be doing at the shows? I'm going to be doing stand-up comedy. And I'm posting more of my stand-up comedy clips, especially on TikTok. So if you follow on TikTok, you will get the stand-up clips. And TikTok is where I post everything first. And then they make their way to YouTube Shorts and Facebook and Instagram. So these are stand-up comedy shows. Stand-up comedy shows. Yee. Your content means a lot to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Kel says that she's pretty positive that she's autistic, but it's expensive to get a diagnosis. Those things can be true. Those can be true. It costs a little bit to get your diagnosis, fortunately or unfortunately. More so, unfortunately. More so, unfortunately. Ooh, I got a nice list for y'all. Got a nice list for y'all. Jason says, are you gonna do any like shows or appearances talking about mental disorders? Oh, I talk about mental illness at my comedy shows. I definitely do that. If you come to a Dr. Kojo show, it's gonna feel like a Dr. Kojo show. And every now and then I go off script and I say things that are on my mind. But you'll get my perspectives and my takes on things. I have a lot of different opinions and philosophies when it comes to life in general and neurodivergence. So, you know, you're going to learn a lot and hopefully laugh a lot at these shows. All right. And let's get going with the 5 hidden strengths of autism and ADHD. All right. Number 1, and I put this in a way that I think everybody can understand. All right. Number 1, seeing things other people miss. Seeing things other people miss. See, we have Dr. Lindsay Hill here on the live stream. It's good to see you here. It's always great to see you. Always great to see you. And what do we call this right here, guys? Seeing things other people miss. We call this pattern recognition. Pattern recognition. Now, this is a gift, but it can also be a curse. All right. It can also be a curse because if you have good pattern recognition skills, then you see things that other people cannot see. So whether you feel like you're Raven from that show, That's a raven where she could see into the future. Or you just spot things out socially quicker than most people. You have pattern recognition. Okay. And the good thing about this is that you can protect yourself if you're not in a safe space, right? If you know that things are about to go south, you can let people know, hey, I think I got to leave this party. I think I got to get out of here. Like, you can protect yourself. The downside to this is that you know so much. So ignorance is bliss. There's a lot of happiness that comes with not being aware of certain things. And if you're too aware, then it can be, it can be a mental burden on you because you just know so much. So it can definitely go both ways, guys. But I do think that it's a strength to have really good pattern recognition skills. And Jason says he'll try and come to a show. I appreciate that, Jason. I appreciate that. Then we have somebody saying, ADHD girl from Ukraine, we appreciate you. An international audience. An international audience. Somebody smashed their finger in the car yesterday. Ooh, sorry to hear that. That's the bad news. The good news is that you got the autism and ADHD assessment and the diagnosis. So sorry that you smashed your finger, but I'm happy that you got the diagnosis. I'm happy that you got the diagnosis. All right. And somebody says being too self-aware is depressing. Yeah, guys, that is definitely a thing. Sometimes if you are the person that doesn't do a lot of introspection, you don't really look into yourself and figure out, why you do certain things, and you just live life. If you're just free balling life and just doing whatever you want without looking into yourself, it can be quite blissful. So your pattern recognition skills, sometimes, not that you should turn it off, but you should understand that, hey, like I can see things that other people can't see, and use that, at your discretion. All right. Use that at your discretion, because like the world that we live in, there's more people that are neurotypical than people who are neurodivergent. So we are a minority in some sense. If that makes sense. We're a minority in some sense. And yeah, if we could turn the self-awareness outward, that'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool. A Rebel says it's super depressing. I am so aware of how awkward I am and how I come off, and then I get ashamed of it and spiral. So that last part right there is the part that we have to address, the shame. The shame. Shame is not liking who you are. Guilt is not liking what you've done. So Rebel Parish 4937 is not the only awkward person on the planet. A lot of us are awkward. I'm awkward every day, but it's taking pride in the awkwardness, doubling down on the awkwardness and saying, I don't give a care in the world. I don't give a damn about how you perceive me to be. I'm living my life, and this is who I am, and you're going to accept me or you won't, and that's fine. And when you can get to that point in life, okay, now we're flying. Now we're flying. If we can do that, now we're really flying. We're really flying. Molly, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Somebody TikTok says, I'm happy I've been diagnosed because now I can understand myself. Yep. Melody, ADHD girl in Arkansas, masking drains me mentally and physically. Yeah. Masking comes at a cost, guys. It comes at a cost. And go ahead and share the live stream, guys. Whatever platform you're on, if you're on TikTok, share the live stream so that people who are also interested in this topic can come through and learn. If you're on YouTube, share it as well. If you're on Facebook, share the live stream. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come through. All right, number 2, 5 hidden strengths of autism and ADHD. All right. I didn't spell this correctly. Curiosity. How do you spell curiosity? Curiosity killed the cat. All right. There we go. Curiosity. Awkwardness is a cost of authenticity. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that. And yeah, Molly, thank you for helping me out. I was struggling to spell curiosity. All right. Curiosity and the ability to become an expert on certain topics. This is something that I would call a strength. If you have autism and ADHD, you're a naturally curious person. And the things that stimulate your brain, you can hyperfixate on those things and you can become an expert on certain topics. When you want to be great at something, the thing that will drive you to greatness is obsession. People don't realize that. Obsession is what drives people to greatness. Kobe Bryant was one of the best players to ever play the game of basketball, and he won 5 championships because he was obsessed with basketball. So when his peers were out partying and having fun, and you had some guys in the NBA who played at a high level, but Kobe put in extra hours in the gym. He didn't care about partying. He didn't care about going out and laughing and small talk. He just wanted to go back to the gym and get better and get better and get better and get better. And guess what? After 3 or 4 years in the NBA, there was a gap between Kobe Bryant and the other people that were drafted in the same class as him. You can see he got better and better and better. Before you know it, he's the best player in the NBA because he was obsessed with something. He's obsessed with basketball. So if you are somebody who you find yourself on the spectrum, you have ADHD, and you are obsessed about a certain thing, if you have the ability to make that your career, your general levels of happiness will be pretty high. You'll be a pretty happy person because you love Sonic the Hedgehog, and now you have a podcast talking about Sonic. You love anime, and now you get to work in that space. Whatever you love and you are obsessed about, if you can make that a career for yourself, and even if you can't, still find a way to make that a big part of your life, whether it's, a hobby that you do on the weekends, whatever the case may be, whatever you really love, whatever you can focus on without any medication, that is an obsession. And I say without any medication, I'm not telling you to stop taking your Vyvanse, your Adderall. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if you truly love something and you are obsessed with something, you would not need medication to help you focus on it. I love the Tennessee Titans. I'm wearing the shirt right now. I don't need medication to watch a football game or a basketball game. I'm locked in because I love the thing. I love the thing. If you love Sonic and anime and somebody's talking to you about these topics or Marvel, you don't need medication to focus on them because you love these things. So it comes to you naturally. So we have that ability to naturally lock in on something, which is a pretty cool thing. That's a pretty cool thing. And Quacker Stacker says, where I struggle with ADHD is concentrating on the boring parts of the subjects that I love. And guys, there are some boring things to the things that we love. And that's where you need help. That's where it helps to take your medications. That's where it helps to keep a routine. That's where it helps to do things that you don't want to do so you can do things that you would like to do. All right. So you can have a topic that you like and certain things won't be fun about it. So comedy is something that I enjoy, and I love comedy. I love comedy, and that's why I do stand-up comedy, but I don't like writing. At my baseline, I don't like writing, if I'm being honest. But I've trained myself to enjoy writing because I have to write in order to become a better comedian. And I've written 2 books, and I don't like writing. I've written 2 books. First one self-published. The second one, I got a book deal, and the book was featured on the Today Show in New York, NBC's Today Show. My second book was nationally televised, and people got to see it. I hated every second of writing that book. When the book came out, I enjoyed it. I enjoy people, talking about how much they like the book, but I hated every second of writing the book. So sometimes things that you love, there are some things about that thing that you don't like, and it can be hard to focus on those things. It can be hard. George, thank you for coming to the Nashville show. We had so much fun in Nashville. Everything that I thought Nashville would be, it was 10 times better. Nashville helped me dream even more. Such a good show. Thank you for thank y'all for making my homecoming so special in Nashville, Tennessee. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Project Polymathy, 21 engineering grad, varsity athlete, headed towards MD, PhD, but autistic burnout has hit hard. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And guys, understand that autistic burnout is a real thing and it's a serious thing. You have to be super nice to yourself because this tends to come with skill regression. All right. It tends to come with skill regression and it makes it hard for you to like yourself when you can't do what you were once able to do. So you got to be kind to yourself and figure out how to redirect your attention to the things that matter. Burnout generally comes from doing things that don't move the needle as much, right? So if you work really hard on the wrong things, it tends to lead to burnout. And also not having the right support can accelerate this burnout as well. George, likewise, man, Nashville was so cool. Man, I had a good time in Nashville. I had such a great time in Nashville. Man. All right, the third strength of autism ADHD is that you are somebody who you're able to find better ways to do things. Okay? And this is where your inquisitive personality helps you out. All right? So we naturally question systems. And when you show up at a new job or you have a project or an assignment in front of you, and you look at the instructions or you look at what's been told to you, and you realize that the system is inefficient, many times you are able to, whether it's through a loophole or whether it's through a whole new system, you're able to find a better way to get something done than other people. You naturally question things. There needs to be an explanation as to why things are done a certain way. And the answer, this is how we've always done it, is not a sufficient answer for you. So you go searching, and you go hunting, and you tend to find better ways to do things. Now, sometimes we can use our powers for bad, okay? Because we naturally look for loopholes. So for me, one way that I use my powers for bad is, I hate to admit this, but I got a ticket recently. at a local university because I didn't have, I parked in a place where I shouldn't be parking. They put a yellow ticket on top of my car. So this is my second time I've gotten this ticket. I'm like, all right, I'll just pay the fee because I don't want to park far away. What I realized is that instead of throwing the ticket away after I pay it, I can keep the yellow ticket, and anytime I park in that spot, I'll just put the ticket on the car dashboard. So that way it looks like somebody gave me a ticket already. So if I already have a ticket, you wouldn't come and put another ticket there because I already have a ticket. So I've been parking in the student university parking section using my same yellow ticket. How you gonna give me a ticket when I already have a ticket? That's me using my powers for bad. And I hope the campus police don't see this video. And I would hope that y'all don't snitch on me because this is a safe space, right? This is a safe space. So sometimes we use our powers for bad, all right? And I shouldn't be doing that. And I'll try not to do that. But if I'm in a pinch, I may use that ticket to get me out of paying $35. Every dollar you can save is a dollar you can spend somewhere else. So we can use our powers for bad, but generally speaking, we're not bad people, okay? We're not bad people. We naturally find loopholes, okay? We're able to complete projects faster. We're able to get around a lot of things, all right? So we're just creative. Let's just call that creative people. I've got a golden ticket. That's funny. I used to get chewed out about trying to fix methods in my old job. I also just okay. So I'm not the only one who's used that ticket trick. All right, cool. Makes me feel good. I'm not the only one who has used the ticket trick. And speaking of trying to fix things at work, when it comes to workplace dynamics, sometimes you'll be punished for trying to make things better. So be mindful of that. Like if you have a better way of doing things, it's helpful to say something. Hey, I think we can get from point A to point B in less time. But sometimes you'll be punished for having a solution that works. Ain't that crazy? How you gonna punish me? How you gonna punish me for finding a loophole that helps everybody? How you gonna punish me? Crazy. Chrissy says, I love your videos. Thank you for telling me that I am enough. Chrissy, you're enough. Don't let anybody trick you out your spot now. Don't let anybody trick you out your spot. Don't let anybody trick you out your spot. This was right here. I didn't make this myself. I'm not that creative. It was given to me by an ex-girlfriend. And I appreciate it because it gives the room some color. So pretty cool. Shout out to my ex-girlfriend, y'all. When y'all see her, tell her thank you. Tell her thanks. We appreciate it. All right. Now, the fourth thing right here. Learning really fast when interested. Guys, we can learn really quickly when we are interested in a certain thing. When you're interested in anything, you are able to learn way faster. What does this mean? This means that interest is a prerequisite for us doing certain things. You have to be stimulated by it. If you are interested in something, you're going to stick around long enough to learn about it, which is why, as best as we can, we should be following our passions. Now, don't confuse passions with what you do for a living, because if you do something for a living and it pays the bills, that allows you to do the passion. So I'm not telling you to quit and go all into your passion. I'm not saying that because we got to pay for life. Okay. So don't listen to what I'm not saying. All right. But what I am telling you to do is to surround yourself with things that you are interested in your free time, or maybe it's your career. But when you have genuine interest in something, the rate of learning is accelerated. You're learning really fast because you really enjoy this thing. All right. Whether it's a new job or a hobby or even a person, if you are very interested in a person, you're going to ask a lot of questions. Sometimes these are the first dates that last for 6 hours. Sometimes a first date can be 15 minutes of coffee. You know, like we're just trying to see if we like each other, just trying to see what we look like in person. I'm trying to gauge how tall you are, how good you smell, how compatible we could be. But sometimes when you're having fun on a date, you're like, hey, let's go to this next spot. And we'll go to a third spot. Hey, you want to come back to my place? And, you know, at that point, it's like, you're back in my place. Like, when does this day end? Does this day end in a couple of hours, or does it end in the morning? Where are we going to go from here? Where are we going to go from here? So interest, when you're interested in something, guys, what you can do is remarkable. Tisha says, I'll be locked in when I'm interested. Thankfully, my special interest is my career. Tisha, you hit the nail on the head. When your special interest is your career, you are definitely blessed. Ms. Lauren, how are you? Love from Alaska. I appreciate you. And Laura says, thank you for your content. I feel seen about it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Oh, the Alaskan midnight. Oh, it is summertime right now. The best time to be in Alaska, by the way. The best time to be in Alaska. My birthday is in 3 days. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to Asher Oliver. Happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. All right. Got the fourth thing. Now the fifth thing right here. And we're going kind of fast on this list because this live stream will probably be like 45 minutes because I'm behind on everything today. I just been behind on everything. Mickey Ficky. But I still wanted to get back on the live stream because we couldn't go live yesterday, unfortunately. But today or last night, I got a lot of sleep. So I feel this is the best I felt all week because I got a lot of sleep. Anytime I get sleep, I'm like, why don't I do this more often? Like, I feel so good today. Why don't I get sleep more often? Why don't I drink more water? Like, if you know that drinking water and getting sleep makes you feel better, why don't you just do that? 45 minutes translates to 2 hours in your language. No, that's facts. That's facts. I'll say 45 minutes and it'll go for 2 hours. And I do have to get to somebody's birthday event. So that will make me have to get off at 45. But if not for something else, 45 30, an hour and a half, 2 hours quickly. All right, Cracker Stacker. This is a great question right here. I'll do questions at the end, but let me see what this says. Rachel says, love you. Love you too, Rachel. I appreciate you. How do I prevent myself from feeling like I've completed something when I know I haven't? Ooh. Let me address this question right now before I forget. How do I prevent myself from feeling like I have completed something when I know I haven't? Stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. If you want to do something, especially if you have ADHD, don't tell people about the thing. Oh, I'm moving to Milwaukee. I'm about to write a book. I'm gonna buy a new bike. I'm gonna apply for this new job. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about the thing. Do not talk about it, because when you talk about it, it makes you feel as if you've actually done the thing or you are doing the thing. So when you want to do something, do not talk about it. Don't say a word. Don't tell anybody. Don't say anything. If you have to duct tape, don't say anything. Don't say anything. All right. Don't say anything. Rachel, I take the psych meds and they help me out. So, I like to focus. So that's why I take my medications. Don't say anything when you want to do something, guys. The fifth strength of autism and ADHD. Guess what, guys? You are really good at being yourself or being themselves. Let me say being yourself. Being yourself. I like saying that better. An unspoken AuDHD trait is thinking what you want to do is the entire structure of how you see it. That's funny. Being yourself. When you're young, before the world has beat their indoctrination into you, and thank God I had ADHD, so I couldn't focus on what they were telling me at school when they were trying to beat that indoctrination into me. Thank God I had ADHD, so whatever they said in one ear and out the other, I wasn't listening. When you're young, you're yourself. The things that you like, you really like them. The things that you don't like them. You are true to who you actually are. But the older you get, people pleasing takes over. The masking takes over. When you talk about something that you enjoy and you see weird looks on people's faces, you realize that it's not an acceptable interest. So guess what? You switch up how you do things, so that way you can fit in with the status quo. And the older you get, you realize that you don't know who you are anymore, which is pretty sad. It's like, I don't know who I actually am. Like, I used to know who I was, but now I don't know who I am. Everything feels so weird, and I just feel disconnected with who I am as a person. Guess what? We are really good at being ourselves. We just have to get to a place where we can hear what we want. And sometimes that comes with isolation. You don't want to isolate for too long, all right? Because then when you ingratiate yourself back into society, it's weird and your words don't come out right. I get that. But at a baseline, you are really good at being yourself. It's just that you have to unmask. And it's taken you decades to learn how to mask successfully. So it may take you years to learn how to unmask. At some point in your life, whether it's now or whether it's in the future, or whether you've already started on that journey, you will try to figure out how to come back to being yourself. How do I get back to being who I actually was? That comes with unmasking, all right? Don't try and unmask all at once, because that's unattainable. It took you years to learn how to become this version of yourself. So likewise, give yourself years to unlearn all the masking so you can come back to being who you actually are. Do you have recordings of these? If you follow me on Facebook, you can watch all of these on the playback. If you follow on YouTube, you can also watch these on the playback too. What do I do when my thing was my job and Stay home now. I'm feeling so lost. So we have to do our best to not tie our identity into what we do, which is a very American thing. It's like if you work at the bank, it's your personality. I work at the bank. If you work at the post office, I work at the post office. If you work at the psych hospital, I work at the psych hospital. I'm a social worker. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm a nurse, whatever it is. So that's something that I think is just embedded into the American culture. I don't know why. But when you go to other countries, they ask you, who you are, what you like to do. Over here, it's what do you do? So I think part of that's cultural, but detaching yourself and your identity from what you do is generally pretty healthy practice. And it takes a while to do that. It takes a while to do that. It takes a while to do that. Let me get to some questions here. On TikTok, somebody says, can you comment on when BPD and trauma is added in the mix and getting stuck in burnout, fight or flight? All right, so if you're burnt out right now and you're stuck in fight or flight and your nervous system is dysregulated, the first thing that you have to do is get yourself to a safe place. All right. If you are at home, right? If you're in home and you feel comfortable, but you're in a toxic relationship, you're not in a safe place. If you are somebody who you're in a loving relationship, but there's food insecurity, you're not sure how you can pay your bills or eat food, or your housing is up in the air, you won't feel as safe. If you're at a job where you feel like they're trying to, constantly get rid of you, or you keep being put on performance improvement plans, things like that, you won't feel safe. So the first objective is, how can I get myself to a place where I feel safe? And sometimes we ask questions like, what's wrong with me, when we should be asking questions like, what's wrong with my environment? What's wrong with where I am right now? And how can I adjust a couple of things to make myself feel safer? And if you have BPD, you could have a fear of abandonment, and that could hurt you in relationships. So it's about confronting your past trauma and being okay with doing the hard thing. So you got to push yourself, but you can definitely do it. You can definitely do it. Someone says, it's nice to see a mental health doctor that smiles. Mine does not at all. Look, your doctor is more than likely probably burnt out, and that's unfortunate. But I like to smile. I'm happy. I'm a happy person. At baseline, I'm happy. So when I'm not smiling or I'm not in a jovial mood, it normally means that something is going on. Like I'm going through something. I'm trying to work through something. But normally I'm smiling, and there's a lot of reasons to smile. And y'all are one of those reasons. Like we started this comedy tour. We sold out 2 shows, about to sell a third one now in Chicago. I get to travel and do what I love and be with people that appreciate me. So life is good right now. It's not perfect. I still got personal problems. Don't get me wrong. I still have personal problems, but by and large, I'm grateful for life right now. I'm in a really good space. I'm very grateful. People ask, who am I way too much? What am I? Why? Yeah, I agree. Why you are the way you are. Pretty important. Tisha, good question. Any tips on how to stop being a people pleaser? I would say, for me, it's been trauma and disappointment. I stopped trying to be a people pleaser when I try hard to make people like me. And I realized that the harder I tried to make people like me, the less they liked me. And that felt so defeating. So after a while, I'm like, man, screw this, bump this. I don't give a damn about what you think or what you want from me. I'm going to be who I want to be. So it's about caring about your opinions more than the opinions of other people. Don't care about what it's hard. I mean, it's hard to actually do it, and it's easy to say, but caring less about the opinions of other people will liberate you. And this is hard to do with the people that are closest to you. Can you care less about your spouse's opinion of you? Can you care less about your coworkers' opinion of you? Can you care less about your parents' opinion of you? When you can stand to a spouse, a coworker, a parent, that's how you know that you're really making some progress. you are really making some progress. All right. So your opinion of yourself should be higher than other people's opinion of you. How do you know if you're in that place of burnout or when it's over? Valerie, can you talk about that a little bit more? You know you're burnt out in general when you increase the amount of work that you do, but you keep getting diminishing returns. That's a good sign of burnout. You've hiked up the hours that you work. You're working more, but you're getting less out of it. So you decide to work more and more, but the more you work, the less you get out of it. It means you're working really hard on the wrong things, and or you're going without support that you really need. Pay attention to burnout. If you are burnt out right now, or you've been burnt out in the past, or you feel like you're about to be burnt out, pay attention to burnout, because if you listen to your burnout, it will give you the answers. Your burnout will give you insight into what you have to change. Sometimes it's your environment. Sometimes you're burnt out because you're at a job that does not appreciate you. So it doesn't mean you have to quit your job impulsively, but you can start making preparations to find a different job, go somewhere else where you are appreciated. Sometimes you're burnt out because you're not getting the help that you need in a relationship. You speak up, lay your concern, voice your concerns. If they don't hear you out, it might be time for somebody else. Life is too short to hang around people that don't support you. Sometimes the relationship is over and you're just not bold enough to walk away from it. I mean, how real do you want to get on a Friday nighter? How real do you want to get? How real do you want to get? We can get real if you want. Jody says, it took me until age 50 to not care what others think. That's powerful. Powerful. Martin says, can you tell me about relationships? I think I'm going to break up with my partner. He thinks ADHD is a label only. Guys, if you have a partner right now who is not at least interested in learning about ADHD or any condition that you have, it's not a good sign. I'm not saying break up with them, but it's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. You got to have that come to Jesus meeting with them where you say, hey, I have ADHD. It's not a fake or made up condition. I actually have ADHD. That means every day is hard for me. I have to trick myself into brushing my teeth. I have to trick myself into taking a shower. I have to play weird games to help me show up to places on time, and I still end up going late. I have to trick myself to get up off the couch to do my chores. I pay my bills late, even when I have the money sometimes because I forget. I have ADHD and this is my actual life. If you tell somebody what you're going through and they don't have a desire to learn about that thing, I don't know if that person likes you. Once again, I'm not saying don't come in and listen to one live stream and say, all right, that's it. That's it. I'm breaking up with my person. I'm out. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there are certain things that you should have in the relationship. Keep in mind, you pick the person that you're with. We forget that sometimes, but you pick the person that you're with. You don't pick your parents. You don't pick your siblings, but you do pick your partner. You pick your partner, guys. You pick your partner. Someone says, what if it's family who's not interested in learning about your condition and they rebuke you? Well, tell family to kick rocks. Kick rocks. What do you mean? Just because you're my brother? Just because you're my mom? Just because you're my dad? You're going to invalidate what I go through on a daily basis? No. Sometimes you got to stand up for yourself and pay any and every cost. Pay any and every cost. When you can stand up to your family, that's when you've earned your wings. Yep, you've done it. You've done it. You have done it. Someone says, did you pick your partner? But I was young and I really didn't know what the hell was going on. Guys, look, sometimes the relationship is running its course. I don't want to put a damper on today's live stream, but sometimes the relationship has run its course. It sucks, but the relationship has run its course, and it's no longer benefiting you or the other person. But because it's hard to start fresh and to start new, you continue along with it. It's tough, but you can do it. You can do it. Someone says, "Hey, doctor, are you going to do the date matching show again?" Guys, I was having fun with this. I was having fun with this. I was having a lot of fun with it. How can we get this thing going again? I'm down. Are y'all gonna send your emails to me? I mean, if y'all send me emails of what y'all looking for, what you're into, and like we could do this. We could do a live stream where we bring people on and we do some speed dating. I gotta pop them. We can do this. Are y'all interested? If y'all are interested, hey, I can drop my assistant's email on here, assistant@codrosarfo.com. We can have a dating show if y'all are into it. That's the email. Send it to my assistant. Let him know what's up. Let him know what's up. I think within my community, there is love that has not been harnessed yet. I know. There is love within there are couples. Look, I have 6 million followers. There are people within my community that would probably do well if they met each other and they fall in love and they have a lot of babies and a lot of unrealized love within the community. So yeah, send an email to my assistant. Like we can get this thing going. A little speed dating. Ain't nothing wrong with that. A little speed dating. Dysregulation Q&A. I don't understand this question. Could you do a dysregulation Q&A charity stream to the point of being dysregulated yourself? I mean, I think you could become dysregulated doing almost anything, even a dysregulation Q&A charity stream. I hope I'm answering that question correctly. Oh, charity streams usually run really long. Oh, okay, all right. Now look, if someone's running long, yeah, I could definitely become dysregulated. So those of us who have AuDHD in any capacity, when something goes on for long periods of time, yeah, we got to get up, pee. We need to do something. Bradley says, Dr. Kojo, I'm sad to see Nissan Stadium go. Love seeing Titans in the outside stadium. Bradley, I'm sad as well. When I look at Nissan Stadium, I think of Adelphia Coliseum. That's what we used to call it in Nashville back in the day. Adelphia Coliseum, and then it became LP Field, and then it became Nissan Stadium, and now the new one will be New Nissan Stadium. So it's gonna be sad to see him take down Adelphia. It's sad. Definitely sucks. Nara says AuDHD, and I think CPTSD definitely affects relationships too because I was so lost. Oh yeah, for sure. CPTSD will affect your relationship, so it's important to learn about complex post-traumatic stress disorder, how it manifests in your life, so that way you can do the best you can to help yourself out as an adult. Christina, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're not crazy, you're just different. You're not crazy, you're just different. You're not crazy, you're just different. All right? It's important to get the language right. Not crazy, just different. Cuzzo, good to see you on here. That's my cousin from London in the live stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Bradley, I am into college football. I liked the Vols growing up. I went to school in Alabama, so now my college team is the Crimson Tide, but the Vols are probably my second team, the Tennessee Volunteers. If you're allowed to have two teams, if they let you have two. Because sometimes people are like, oh, you're a bandwagon fan if you have more than one. Sometimes you want to. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. That being said, love the Q&As. Appreciate you, Ghost. Appreciate you. That's a cool name. Like, imagine being somebody, like, imagine if Like your nickname was Ghost. Like if my nickname was Ghost, I'd be like, hey, yeah, I'm Ghost. Whenever I show up somewhere, people are like, hey, what's good, Ghost? What's up, Ghost? That's a tough name. A lot of aura comes with that name. What's good, Ghost? Roll Tide. I see it. Go Dog. I see it. Go Big Blue in there. Okay, so you got some Michigan fans in the chat. Roll Tide. All right, guys. I feel seen. Yeah. Shout out Ghost. Ooh, excuse me. All right, so I gotta head out to this birthday dinner, whatever. I'm running a little bit late, but that's Kojo. So I'm head on out now, guys. It's been a great live stream. We're back again next week. Actually, shoot, we're gonna be back on the live stream on Monday because I think Tuesday is a traveling day for me. Because I gotta get to New York City. Ooh. Yeah. Wow. 6 days from now, we have the comedy show in New York City. My goodness, time is going by so quickly. Enjoy the birthday. It's not my birthday, but whoever's birthday it is. Oh, enjoy the birthday dinner. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I guess that's my autism kicking through. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's get some water in, y'all. Get some water and big cheers. Yeah, the dinner. Gotcha. So I'll enjoy that. We'll more than likely have a stream next week, Monday, as we make our final push before the New York show. But we have New York next week, Thursday. So we'll be in New York City next week, Thursday, for the comedy show. And then we will have the following week on Thursday, Chicago, Illinois. So very exciting. And after that, we have like a 6 or 7 week break on tour. So that 6 week break from tour, I'm going to go hard with the promotion, and we're going to really promote the Boston shows, the Phoenix shows, Alabama, and then Arkansas and Louisiana. We're going to really promote those. Really promote those. So yeah, Tisha says she'll be at the Chicago show. Tisha, I will see you in Chicago. Valerie turns 40 on Monday. Happy early birthday, Valerie. Brad says Cam Ward breakout. I agree. We're going to have a Cam Ward breakout. No Northern California shows for now, but I'm looking to add something in San Francisco, guys. I'm looking to add something in San Francisco towards the end of the year. That seems to be where I always bring in the new year, in that San Francisco or Oakland. So yeah, and any LA shows, we're going to look to add some LA shows in. I've been on the road, so we've had fewer LA shows, but we'll look to add some LA shows in. I love to add something in Charleston, South Carolina. So I'll be talking to my team, and we'll be adding shows as we go. So the next live stream, guys, we will live stream on Monday instead of Tuesday and Thursday next week, because we're on the road. We're in New York City. We're going to live stream on Monday next week, 9 o'clock East Coast time, 6 o'clock West Coast time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this community. I love and appreciate every single person, and y'all bring so much joy to my life, and I want y'all to know that. So until the next live stream, I will see y'all. Have a great weekend, and try and get some sleep. Rest up, recharge. Then we're going to hit next weekend running. Take care and love y'all. Peace.